Okay. Today will not be a full class. We're going to go through the selection of the prize-winning crystal. I've got a few announcements, and then I'm going to leave before the end and give you time to fill out course evaluations. So let's start with a few quick announcements. Your homework 10 is being turned in now. We will have that graded before the final exam. We will do our best to have that done before the final exam, but probably not many days before, right? The TAs have to get ready for finals themselves. You can pick up probably this homework 10, which will be graded by, who's grading it this week? Soraya, Ashley, Danny, Ashley? Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to say tentatively Monday or Tuesday it'll be ready to pick up, so at least a day before the final exam. If you haven't picked up any of your homeworks, they're all in my office. You can pick them up anytime. You won't even have to be ashamed like that you've left me with many, many homeworks, because I'd say like 10% have been picked up. So if you want to pick your homeworks up, they're in my office. You can come grab them. They're even alphabetized and put together by homework assignment, so it should be relatively easy. Say a few words about grades. On Canvas, it doesn't show participation points, but you can see how you've been doing in terms of in-class clicker participation. After today, that will be complete, so I'll make an announcement telling you what I feel like would be 100%. And what I mean by that is if there was, say, 70 points total over the course of the semester, I don't expect people to get all 70 of those to get 100%. The whole point of doing in-class questions is to try things, even if you're going to get it wrong sometimes. So I'll make an announcement that says how many points I think are worth 100%, so you know how to scale your 10% of your grade that comes from participation points. On Canvas, it also shows your midterm grades, but those are not scaled to demonstrate improvement. As I mentioned, if you had a really bad midterm and then you had a really great midterm later on, I want to really benefit students that made the improvement to learn the material and make an improvement. So what I do is I take your worst grade and it's worth 25% of its points, and your best grade is worth 175% of its points. And the middle grade is just the regular grade. Does that make sense? So it's not the same as dropping a test, but if you really pick up the slack, it has a very similar effect. It scales pretty heavily if you've shown improvement. Another thing is on your syllabus, you'll notice that your total final grade breakdown is based off of different components. If you're an MSE 2010 student, there's a lab component. If you're MSE 2160, that means that there's just homework, midterm, clickers, and the final exam. So those are not reflected on Canvas. I do those at the very end of the semester. I download all the Canvas scores and I do it in Excel afterwards. So if you go to Canvas and it says some final score, that's not your final score. Like category by category are the individual scores that I'm going to be using when I calculate your final. Okay. Okay. Let's get into the single crystal growth. One last quick note on this. We're going to be assigning points today for these, but that is not the points you'll get on the assignment. These points go towards the winner of the grand prizes, right? The homework will be graded based off the criteria that was on the sheet of paper when it was assigned. I think Ashley is doing homework 10. She's doing homework 10, so I'll have specific instruction for her. Just realize that the points that we're gathering today when we're voting for the best crystal and we're weighing it, that does not go into your grade on homework 10, okay? So that said, there were 18 entries. Out of all the students in this class, it ended up being 18 different teams, and people grew crystals in many different varieties. There was a total of 8 different types of crystals that were grown, different chemical compositions. And to anonymize the teams, as we do this voting, I've assigned you names, right? So I'm going to show pictures, and if it's your crystal, you know it's your team. But when you vote for them, you're going to be voting by the name that it's assigned. So there's going to be a top hat question. Actually, I've already made it available. Out of the 18 teams, Top Hat doesn't let me put 18 multiple choice options. It's a bit lame. So instead, we're going to do 3 heats of 6, right? So we'll do 3 rounds, right? The top 3 will advance, and then we'll take those 3 from each. We'll have 9. We'll do 1 final vote, and that's how we're going to do it. So you'll notice, I'm delighted that some of you get this reference. I did it in years past, and nobody knew. It made me very sad. Okay, so let's start with our very first crystal challenger, which is Team Charlie, right? So Team Charlie, this is yours. Come on down and actually weigh your crystal. Should we not have to come down here? Let's vote anonymously before we know who's who. Yeah. This is it. That's all you have to go off of. Team Charlie. This is and some of you might know this, Actually, no one did. Actually, this is the only team that did this one. This is a borax crystal. So the same stuff, borax, that's used in cleaners and like ant pesticides and other things. That's borax. Its chemical formula is sodium based. It also has boron oxide and hydroxides in it. And like many of the things that people grew, it's a hydrate. So this is octahydrate. So sodium, boron oxide, hydroxide, octahydrate. Okay, so that's Charlie. We're going to go through the first 6. Here's the next one. This is Team Iceman. Obviously, this is a copper sulfate pentahydrate, excuse me. Copper sulfate pentahydrate, a very popular choice for this year, right? We've got Team Maverick. Some very fine lighting, Team Maverick. Very artistic. Like that a lot. We've got Team Goose. Team Goose. This is, by the way, Maverick, this was alum. That's potassium aluminum sulfate. Alum, it's used in cooking, actually, I think, right? Isn't alum used in a cooking ingredient? I think it might be used in cooking. I'm not saying you should do it, because maybe it's not, but it might be. This is Team Goose. This is bismuth. So there was 3 teams that grew alloys from a melt as opposed to a solution. Totally valid. They can do that. When you grow it from a melt, there's not like water and then occasionally the ion that you're interested in attaching. It's all the ions. And so you can achieve massively faster growth rates, but it's hard to control crystallinity. You might say that's a polycrystal. We actually took these and did X-ray diffraction on them, and they are true single crystals. They just grew in a sort of interesting pattern, but they are definitely a single crystal that's aligned because we were skeptical and we tested it ourselves. There is the last one in this heat is Team Viper, and this is Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate hydrate. It's a hydrated magnesium sulfate. So go ahead, get your answers in for these first 3. You're allowed to vote for 3 teams, right? And it's not ranked first, second, or third. Just the top 3 are going to advance to the final round. Yeah, question? Did I miss it? Oh, I did. Sorry, slide 6, but I had an intro slide. My bad. Here's Team Jester. Sorry about that. So these are your first 6. I'll go through them one more time so you can see them. Jester's another copper sulfate pentahydrate with a penny for a scale. Okay, so let's go through them one more time. Okay, option 1 is Charlie. Some very fine faceting on Charlie. You've got Iceman, a copper sulfate pentahydrate. You've got Maverick, Goose, Viper, and Jester. So get your answers in. The top 3 will advance. Yeah. Hold that thought. I can fix that. Okay, hold that thought. I'm going to pause this. I think I can fix that.
Are all 3 of the heats Top Gun themed?
Yes. Oh yeah, they are.
Every time my family goes on a road trip, that's what we watch.
So good. So good.
We'll have to go on like a road trip to Vegas and come back and do something. Take an excursion with the guy. And then I was just so mad.
Okay, I've tried a different one. Let's see if this one works. Can you select multiple options on this one? Is sorting like, does it rank them? So do that. Rank them. Let's do that. And the top 3, and again, it's just your top 3 that will count. So rank them. So I'm going to go again through these. Sorry for the technical difficulty. Our first one was Charlie, Borax. We've got Iceman, copper sulfate pentahydrate. You've got Maverick, the alum. Goose, bismuth. Viper, and Jester. And again, you're voting just off of beauty, not based off of weight. That's going to be a separate category. So it doesn't matter how heavy these are per se, it's just how beautiful you find them. Okay? If you have opinions about beautiful crystals. Okay, get your answers in. Okay, we're going to wrap this up. Get your answers in. They should be ranked. Let's see how people do. Okay, I'm going to close the poll. Okay, so the responses are as follows. Okay, the number one choice, you want to take these down. The first most favorite one was Goose, right? Followed by Jester and Iceman. Everything else gets relegated, sorry. Okay? Alright, let's do another one. We're going to go to our second heat. Okay. I've got to rebuild it real quick to make sure that it actually works. So this is round 2. Okay, our candidates for this one. Okay, the candidates here are as follows. After Team Jester, actually, we got to show them first before I can do this. Sorry, technical difficulty. Top hat giving me grief. Okay, I'll show them first and then we can go through them. Okay, so the next one, the next 6 is Cougar. This is Epsom salt again. Epsom salts always grow with that elongated shape. You probably noticed that certain crystals all tend to grow certain ways. And the reason why is that different faces have different energies, right? And if you're trying to minimize energy, what are you trying to minimize? So it has to do with enthalpy. We're not influencing entropy, it's enthalpy. And enthalpy has to do with dangling bonds. So it's going to try and minimize the broken bonds, right? So that's why they grow on certain faces, because they're the ones that minimize these dangling bonds. And that's why they grow in these sort of funky shapes. It's because those are the faces that have lower energy, right? There's Team Cougar. We have Team Wolfman. This is gallium. They actually grew gallium with a Czochralski method. That's amazing. That's how they grow silicon for like electronics. How it works is you take molten. So this is one of the other ones that was grown from a melt. So you melt the gallium, you put a seed crystal in, and you rotate it while drawing it outwards. I have no idea if that actually worked for theirs. I haven't watched their presentation yet, but that's technically how this grows. This is certainly a single crystal. The part at the end, we're gonna have to do X-ray diffraction on. I'm not totally convinced. But that's Team Wolfman. So that's the first 2. Let's go to the next one, Team Slider. Very, very nice picture, Team Slider. Well done. Whoever you are, well done. Brilliant. Let's keep going. Team Merlin. Very nice. Team Sundown. Another alum. And then the last one in this heat is Team Hollywood. That's Hollywood. Okay? So one more time through these. We have, I have to write these down. We've got Cougar. We've got Wolfman. We've got Slider. Merlin. Sundown, and Hollywood. So let me finish this top hat question really quickly, and then we'll figure out who advances. So between Cougar, Wolfman, Slider, Merlin, Sundown, and Hollywood. Okay, save that and present it. Okay, you should be able to vote in the second heat. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll show them one more time. Okay, so Hollywood, Sundown, Merlin, Slider, Wolfman, Cougar. Cougar, Wolfman, Slider, Merlin, Sundown, Hollywood. Okay, get your answers in. Another minute or two. Rank away, rank like mad. It's just the top three that matter. Okay, we're going to close the poll. Most of the answers are in. We good to close? Okay, I'm going to close it. And the responses are as follows. Okay, the first position in the second heat is Slider, followed by Wolfman and Merlin. Everyone else got relegated. Okay. Okay, let me create one more here. Okay, this again will be out of, there will be 6 more contestants here. Let me get it set up real quick. And they are as follows. Okay, the next 6 are, first we have Stinger, Team Stinger. That's alum. Alum grows really large. It's a fast-growing crystal, but it's a little bit tricky to control the facets. Kind of like bismuth, how it kind of gets a mind of its own. Alum does that. You've got Team Chipper, Heater, and we're really running out of call signs at this point. Like, I'm like pulling up like people that like were mentioned once in the movie, and then I ran out actually, and so then we went with quotes. So we have Team Because I Was Inverted. And we have Team I Feel the Need for Speed. That's not even close to a single crystal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a huge failure. And the last one, Team You Can Be My Wingman Anytime. Okay? So, oh, I blew it. Mistakes were made. Okay, I'm going to write these down. We had Stinger, followed by... let me find out. Okay, again, we're going to go back through these. Okay, we had Stinger, followed by Chipper, followed by Heater. Goes down. Chipper. So Heater, I think, is Epsom salt. Let me double check. No, this was the only one that did this one. This is ammonium dihydrogen phosphate. Ammonium dihydrogen phosphate. I have no idea. Everything up till now, I think you can touch with like your bare hands. This one, I don't know, but we have gloves in case you need them. I hope you coated them with like a nail polish, this team. I don't know if that's okay to touch. Anyways, that's Team Heater, followed by you've got Team Because I Was Inverted. Followed by Team I Feel the Need for Speed. Which is this one. too much speed. Followed by You Can Be My Wingman Anytime. Okay, we're going to vote on these last ones, so I'll show them one more time once I start the poll in round 3. Okay. By the way, I'll adjust these afterwards to make sure that these were participation points only. So this is a way to pad your participation in the class on the last day. You should get a whole bunch of points this last day. Anyways, okay, go ahead and rank these in any way you'd like. Again, we're going to go through them one more time. You've got You Can Be My Wingman Anytime, alum. Or sorry, I have written rock salt, but I have a hunch this is actually alum. I think I miswrote that. Yeah, this one's rock salt. I'm pretty sure this one's alum. That's team I Feel the Need for Speed. You've got team Because I Was Inverted. Team Heater. Team Chipper. Team Stinger. One more time through them. Chipper. Heater. Because I Was Inverted. Feel the Need for Speed. And Wingman. Okay? So go ahead, rank those, get your answers in. Jeez, we're gonna use all the time. Dang it. Alright, we're gonna wrap this up. Okay, get your answers in. I'm gonna close the poll. Okay, what do people think? The top 3 are Wingman, followed by Heater, followed by Need for Speed. That's awesome. Okay, we'll do one final vote. Okay, this is for all the marble. This one's you're going to rank all of them. So the rank matters, not just your top 3. You're going to rank all 9 of these. But first, Danny's got to tell me which ones we have. Let me add these real quick. Spaces. Okay, which ones we got?
Goose.
Goose.
Jester. Iceman. Slider. Wolfman. Merlin. Wingman. Heater. And Need for Speed.
Okay.
I knew I'd vote for it just because of the name.
Oh, I know. Okay. The final should be up on Top Hat. And what I'm going to do to show these is I'm going to do the following. I'm going to exit out of my PowerPoint, and instead I'm going to show all of these together best as I can. Okay. Let me display my screen. Okay, remember you are all of them. So rank all 9 that are available to be ranked. These ones are the ones that are eligible to win. This is only half the points though. The other half is how many moles they grew. So this is just the beauty contest. Go ahead and rank them. So again, don't do top 3 here. Rank all 9. Okay, keep ranking another little bit, and we're going to finalize this. Okay, anybody need more time? A little bit? Okay, we'll do another 30 seconds. Get your rankings in. By the way, just a quick thumbs up or thumbs down. Should I do this in the future? This is my first time doing this as homework 9. This is good. In the past, we let you write a PowerPoint on anything next one. Is the experiment part fun? Is that a yay or nay? Yeah. Okay, get your final answers in. Go ahead and rank those. We're going to close the poll. Okay. Okay, we're going to close it up. That's 104 out of 104. Like the only time all semester we've had everyone vote. How did it go? Okay. Slider was our champion. Followed by Goose and Merlin. So I'm going to assign points. 9 points to Slider, 8 to Goose, and on down. So let me jump over here in the beauty contest. Okay. So the beauty contest. Slider right here got 9 points. It was because of the car and the coloring. Genius Slider. Followed by Goose is going to get 8 points. Right? So they've got 8 points right there. Followed by Merlin and Need for Speed. So Merlin comes in at 7. I cannot believe Need for Speed actually came in there, but followed by Wolfman at 5. And Heater at 4, Wingman at 3. Where's Heater? Heater 4, Wingman 3, followed by Iceman and Jester. Iceman at 2. Okay, so it's not a done deal yet. There's still the mass, right? How big of a crystal did you grow? To do that, come on down each team. So let's start with Team Charlie. Come on down. We're going to weigh your crystal right here. The TAs will help do this and I'll log the score. So come on down. Charlie was alum. No, it was borax. Right? Yours is borax? Okay, so go ahead, punch in the weight, and I've got a calculator that will spit out the number of moles. By the way, this team was clever in what they did, if I recall. They each, like of the 5 or whatever many team members, they all grew something different, and then they just picked the best one, which is, maybe you guys, maybe other teams did that, but I thought that was clever. While they're getting ready, the second team can get ready on deck. That's going to be Team Iceman. So if you were Iceman, on deck. Yeah, it's getting stability. I'd set it right maybe on the... That's okay. It's just got to be pretty close. Okay, the borax crystal weighed how much?
2.5.
Okay, 2.5, which gives us 0.00655 moles. Okay, 0.00655. Okay, next up is Iceman with their monstrous crystal. Theirs was copper sulfate, and it weighs how much? Almost maxes out the scale. That's awesome. 91 grams? Holy moly. 0.36. 0.36. Okay. 0.365. Okay, next up is Maverick. Come on down, Maverick. Goose will be next. All right, Maverick, what you got? Was this an Epsom? Which one was it? Alum. Okay, this is an alum.
Maybe 4.4.
24.4?
Yeah.
That's probably okay. So 0.051. Okay. Next up, problem with that one is it relies on some heavy elements, I guess. What's in alum? What's alum again? Isn't that like potassium aluminum sulfate? Yeah. Anyways, it has a high molecular weight. Oh, it has a ton of water in its formula. Yeah. Okay. That's a bummer. All right. Next up is Goose. This is the bismuth, isn't it? .21.8, which gives us 0.104 moles. Respectable. Viper. You're up, Viper. In the way back. Next up will be Jester. Which one's yours again?
I brought it out of my back room. Oh, no. It was in a warmer temperature.
Which one is it? That's Epsom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 0.0087. Okay, next up we've got Jester, and then on deck is Cougar. That is an absolute monster. That's going to max out the scale.
Over 100 grams.
It's about
200. I'm just going to put 200. I'll believe it. That's a monster. They have somewhere around 0.8 moles. That is a monster. Okay, Cougar.
Wait. What in here? The 2 times is about twice as big. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Cougar's up. Cougar followed by Wolfman, the galleons, after Cougar. Bitty bitties. That's Epsom, right? What? 0.35. Now that might be the smallest in class. 0.001. Okay. Okay, here comes the gallium. It's way rad. So rad. 35 grams, which is 0.5. Well done, Wolfman. Okay, Slider followed by Merlin. It's all marketing, man. 1 gram. Is that Epsom? What is that again? 0.0038. Merlin followed by Sundown. So come on down, Merlin. Sundown, you're on deck. Merlin was copper. Six grams about gives 0.024. Okay. Sundown followed by Hollywood.
Well, your picture made it look a lot bigger now.
0.2. Oh, oops. Sorry. Sorry. Which one is that again? Is that a? Was it Allen? What was it? 0.2. Ugh. That's gonna be real small. 0.0004. That's real small. That's a monster. Okay, another mega copper sulfate that's going to max our scale out. So is this heavier? We got to compare.
This is about 100 grams. So she's probably got like.
Where's the other copper sulfate? We got to compare it to that.
We don't mix them up yet.
Which one's heavier?
Oh, this one. So this is. We said this is 200. This is 100.
Maybe we'll put 150. It's kind of in the middle. I did not anticipate you guys going beyond my scale. I'm delighted. 150, so that's 0.6. Where's the other one? Yeah, okay. That's about 0.6 then. All right, Stinger followed by Chipper. Stinger followed by Chipper. What is it? 21.9? 0.046. Chipper followed by Heater. .078. Okay. Heater followed by because I was inverted. One gram. .0087. Okay, inverted followed by need for speed. That's alum, right? 0.03. Need for speed followed by wingman. Just the speed. That is so polycrystalline. That is so many polycrystals. .02. I'm gonna say 0.01. And I feel like even that's generous. It's okay. All right, and then our very last one, which is the wingman. Okay, another alum crystal. .23.5, which gives us 0.049. Okay, what I'm going to do real quick is rank these. I'm going to grab them, make another column over here. I'm going to rank these, smallest to largest. Okay, we're going to give 9 points for the heaviest one, right? So that team gets 9 points right there. 0.06, they get to 8 points. 0.5 gets 7. Again, this is not for your grade. This is just for the prizes. 0.365 gets 6. Where is it? 6. And then we've got 0.1 gets 5. We've got 0.078 gets 4. We've got 0.051 gets 3. 0.049, wherever that is, down here at the bottom, gets 2. And then the lowest one, 0.046, that we're going to give points to is right there. So our grand total equals the sum of these two columns, right, all the way down. And we get that our winner is Wolfman. No, lies, Goose. Goose. Right? Yeah. Goose, 13. 13. Our winner is Goose. That's the bismuth crystal. Well done. Well done. So, the prize that Goose gets is they get a extra dropped homework. It's 10 more points to their homework score. So, well done. That's fantastic. Okay. The other teams that are run-ups get mystery prizes. Let's reveal those now, and then I'm going to take off. So, next up is Wolfman. Wolfman, come on down. You guys get the first mystery prize. You guys get t-shirts. Welcome to the Sparks Research Group. So, pick a size that's relatively close to you. Well, they pick out t-shirts. The other runner-up is Jester. So come on down, Jester. Jester, you guys get various and sundry objects that were left in the class or given to me that I don't want. So Josh, I give you this NC State mug.
Yeah.
From a student who went to NC State that thought I would like to know that. Boom. You get this fabric artwork from Megan.
Yeah, look at that. Take that.
You get this bottle, which probably belongs to one of you in here. That belongs to somebody else. And then this bottle that belongs to somebody else. Okay, well done. Okay, we've got 7 minutes left. I'm going to wrap up by just making 2 quick announcements, and then I'll turn it loose if you want to fill in the course evaluations. First off, I want to shamelessly plug my class that I'm teaching in the spring, because I think it's a blast, right? It's called Materials Innovation, MSc 5510. Here's why I think you should take it. It's all about taking these ideas that you learn about and getting them to market, You can take the entrepreneurship certificate, that requires 3 classes, or you can get the basics of what you need to know in 1 class, and that's mine, right? So I think it's awesome. I've had Sarai, Logan, Ashley, at least Daniel, you in there? I've had at least 3 of my TAs take it. TAs, thumbs up or thumbs down? Is it harder or easier than this class?
Easy.
Way easier. So if this class, like the difficulty is what would turn you off, like it's not that. It's project based. You actually come up with an idea. You figure out what consumers actually want this, and you do that in a metric based way. And you actually prototype it, iterate it, and try and actually sell it by the end of the semester, which is pretty rad. So consider that. In the fall, the other thing I want to plug is my colleague in my department, Mike Scarpula, teaches a class on single crystal growth. So if you thought this last bit was rad and you want to learn way more about that, he teaches a whole course on it starting next fall. That's MSE 50/50, and it's called something like single crystal growth. It'll be mostly not solution-based. It'll be growing using sophisticated furnaces, but I think you'll like that class. Okay, that is everything. Reminder that on Friday we have our review for the test in the room next door from 1 to 3. That's on this Friday, the reading day. I will have the study guide posted by tonight. And then I guess the last thing I'd like to say is thanks for a fantastic semester. I love teaching this class. I love the enthusiasm you guys brought to it. And I'll leave it turn to you guys to go ahead and fill out course evaluations. If you don't know where that's at, go to ctle.utah.edu and you can fill them out. And I'm going to leave.